All right, so now let's take a look at some of the tools that we can use to empower ourselves in order to move forward with our home moving journey at a rapid pace of knots. And one of the things that causes the most stress, the most anxiety, the most uncertainty is, of course, not knowing what's actually involved in the process. And unfortunately, again, in my 30 odd years experience, I've yet to have a an estate agent or a solicitor sit me down and explain to me exactly what's going to happen in the home buying and selling process. That's never happened. Okay. And I think that's a shame when somebody's spending two, three, four, £500,000 or more on the most expensive purchase they're ever going to make in their life, that people aren't taking the time to give them this information. As a consequence, people are wide open to making colossal mistakes that cost them thousands, tens of thousands of pounds, or even mean that they end up buying a property that they cannot live in. Okay, that is a true story. That has happened very recently in the last couple of weeks, that somebody has bought a property that they cannot live in. And because they missed a crucial part of the process, they didn't actually know what they were doing. They didn't actually know what was involved. And as a consequence, they've lost out massively. Okay, so let's protect ourselves from that happening to us. And I'm going to show you within the WiggyWam platform. You can see up here, there's a resources tab, and just go to the Learning Center. Now, the Learning Center is something that we're proud of because we've put the time and effort into the educational experience that is required for home buyers and sellers, as well as other property professionals, to get the information that they need in order to be able to move home safely and with certainty. Okay, so if we go to the buyers and sellers section, this is a bit like any of your kind of learning platforms, let's say school, or maybe a kind of YouTube in some respects, but all of the courses here are grouped into the appropriate category, including one on finding, buying and selling property. Now, this is really important for you guys to get your heads around as to what's actually involved, because it will save you absolutely months of work, months of stress, months of anxiety, and save you thousands of pounds. And we're offering all of this for free. Okay, so it walks you through the entire process of not just looking for a property, but how to view it, what you need to do when you're viewing a property. Okay, surveying the property, the moving house process, what's involved in all of that, what the actual conveyancing process is in, what does it mean, what goes on there, how to make an offer, how to choose an estate agent and sell your property. Now, this is not surface level information. This is all of the tips and tricks that you wish you knew, and you wish somebody would sit down and share them with you. And we've provided all of that information here. Okay, so I think it's worth spending a couple of hours of your time rather than a Netflix marathon to actually invest a little bit of time in learning some of the stuff that goes on behind the scenes as far as that's concerned. Also, we've included a section of books that you can tap into here. Now, some of these books are free. For those of you that are home buyers and sellers that are interested, we've actually written a book called Home Buyers Secrets that actually enshrines all of the information that you need to know about if you're thinking about moving home. Okay, and it's quite important that you understand what's actually involved, and this is all of the tips and tricks and knowledge and stuff that I've gained from the School of Hard Knocks over many years, costing me thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds to make all of those mistakes. I'm trying to steer you away from making those same mistakes and actually getting on track with your home move as quickly as possible. So I encourage you to reach out for that. As I say, a lot of the resources we provide here are free. The book, I'm not selling you a £12 book. You buy it or you don't buy it. You're an adult. You make your own mind up. But our objective, as far as WiggyWam is concerned, is to transform the home buying and selling process to make it as swift and as painless as possible. Okay, we can only do that with your support. So I encourage you right now to go to wiggywam.co.uk and to sign up for a free home buyer and seller account and start to explore some of the amazing resources that we've given you, because I have seen thousands and thousands and thousands of posts every single month from home buyers and sellers just like you, who are frustrated beyond measure as to how long things are taking for them to move home, and they don't know what's going on. And so they're reaching out to Facebook forums, trying to get a little bit of advice. And unfortunately, in those situations, you've got the blind leading the blind, because most people have only moved house maybe once or twice in their life. Okay, so they don't really have the knowledge that comes with, doing high volumes of transactions, many tens of properties at any one time. And that the experience that comes with that. That's why I've got quite a bit of grey hair and all the rest of it. But I want to share all of those tips and tricks with you to keep you safe. So go and check that out, WiggyWam.co.uk. We're here to answer any questions that you might have, but I encourage you to embrace the resources that we provided for you free of charge so that you can move home seamlessly. I'll see you soon in the next video. Take care.